Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Recap with D. This is my review on Kandi and the Gang, Season 1, Episode 4. But before I get into the episode, first I just want to say I really want to meet the old lady gang. They remind me of women in my family. They are hilarious. I love it. I don't want to have to go to OLG to meet them, but I would love to meet them. Another person I would love to meet is Brian. He is a joy to my soul. And I want to try his egg rolls. The ones you eat, not the ones that stink. But anyway, it was good seeing him working on his own personal stuff with his venture when he was suspended. So see how God works. I love it. Moving into the episode, it was nice and easy. Started out, nice. Then it took a turn. Patrick brings Safari into OLG, which was awkward as hell. Apparently this is something that he does with his women. He brings them to OLG for a free meal and to stunt, I guess, on Chandrika. But in this particular case, it was weird because she's vegan. Safari is vegan. Why bring a woman to a restaurant and she can't eat anything on the menu? And she sat there and she ate it like a dummy. So that let me know she's not a real vegan. And for me personally, I'm not going to sit there and just eat cornbread and water. And surely I'm not about to sit there and eat some cornbread watching all these bumps on his face. I'm just so sick of these bumps. But whatever. Patrick firing Torin. I don't think Patrick was trying to be, shady in that aspect. He just doesn't seem like that type of guy. I think he's just trying to adhere to what his woman wants, and like he said, he did admit to being whipped. I think it was messed up though. I think that Safari is very insecure. Based off the show, though, I think that she is insecure based off of what her script may or may not be. But if that's really how she is, she's insecure. And I get not wanting, your man's ex at his house. Yes, of course, I get that. But she didn't want Torin there. She didn't want anyone there based off privacy. And I get that, too. Now, that I understand. I'm a private person when it comes to my household. But for her, in all honesty, come on, we know it was just because of Chandrika. That's all it was about. It had nothing to do with privacy. Then her not wanting Torin there, that was even more insecure. Yes, later on, her and Torin were able to sit down, get a feel for each other's spirit, and get on the right track with it. So that was good, but she's still insecure to me. Patrick he's a cool dude. He's a little off the train tracks for me. He's still just not 100% there for me. Anyway, moving on into this staff meeting, I think it was good for Kandi not to invite Philip, but I don't like how everyone wasn't really that forthcoming or open in discussing their issues. But when they did start discussing their issues or voicing their concerns, Todd instantly got frustrated. Just do your job. Okay, Todd, but nobody is your slave. I get as the employees going the extra mile, but folks shouldn't have to go an extra 10 miles to keep you from not having to run your own business. Don Juan was very much being extra in that meeting. I definitely would have popped right back off on Don Juan. His panties was caught in a bunch and he needs to untangle them. Maybe he didn't get any sleep the night before, or Cuddy rather. He had the right ones at the right time, because none of them know how to speak to people. Kandi too, although she's a more softer tone, she doesn't know how to speak to people as well. They don't acknowledge any of their wrong, and I don't like that. Yeah, anyway, Don Juan, he came off very strong. He was rude to the young man who brought up, the trays or whatever. He was very rude. He he was talking real crazy, and I did not like that. And for me, like, I felt it in my spirit. I definitely would have went off. But I digress. Moving on to Patrick spilling the beans on Chandrika. I feel like he really just cannot leave this girl alone, and I'm convinced that he wants her back because he's always riding her coattail. He's steady on her. So at the job, he's picking on her, watching everything she does, snitching on her, and then in his personal life, he really wants to invite her to this housewarming party that she doesn't even want to attend. But anyway, very valid points were made as far as teamwork. Nobody works as a team at OLG except Rashard. I do want to give him some credit. This episode showed how he does work with passion and he does his job, and they don't give him enough credit, and I don't like it. I'm glad, they put Brandon on the spot with his dizzy self, because he's so engulfed in his phone and flirting, he can't focus on the fact that he is a manager. So, I'm glad they did put him on the spot. I would like to see them give Rashard more credit, and I do want to see Patrick stop snitching. Anyway, speaking of Brandon, this party, first I want to know why he was introducing everybody as, works for me at the restaurant. Now, Brandon, did you tell your family you own the damn restaurant? Because more like work with you. Nah, dude. I noticed something else. Brandon hands. He bites his nails. One thing I can't stand is a man that bites his nails. But maybe that's just me being overly observant. Maybe he nervous. Oh well. Honestly, this situation with him and Dominique, I think that she doesn't even really, I don't think she likes him. The fact that she didn't even want to meet his parents. Anytime a chick don't want to meet your parents, they're not trying to go that far or that deep into the relationship. I think they'll be over with by the time the show is over. I think the relationship is gonna end when the show is over, but we'll see. The situation with Todd and Kandi and Chandrika talking about, Todd and Kandi not caring about the business. First and foremost, I don't like how Kandi is always saying, well, somebody told me. Someone told us. Like, come on, Kandi, just keep it $150, Kandi. Just say what it really was. Say who said it, when, and where. And then with this situation with Chandrika, the cameras are there. And I'm not talking about the TV cameras. The cameras in the restaurant. Because Don Juan did say he checked the Ring camera. And I'm sure Bravo is not using the Ring cameras. But anyway, the truth hurts. Because honestly, that is the truth. Todd and Kandi do not care. They don't. Even at the meeting, when they discussed the different issues starting out when Todd got frustrated, they did not come to a resolution on any of those things. No resolution whatsoever. The only resolution they had was when old girl was tripping about wiping the menus, which was a no-brainer. If you want them to be clean, ding-a-ling, just clean them. That was the only issue that got resolved. Everything else, there were so many other issues that were discussed that they did not acknowledge at all. And this is something that I've seen. Just this episode 4, this is something I've seen. Any issue arise or that came up in their business, They did not want to deal with it. They wanted the employees to deal with it, or they wanted the employees to just shut up about it. And that's a business I just can't, I can't support that. Anyway, overall, this episode was kind of boring for me. I think the storylines are below the bar. Not really keeping me entertained, but I'm going to keep watching. With Todd and Candy, there's no room for correction. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. See you all in the next one.